I had a fight in a club a few months ago. I accept that I was in the wrong, but now every time I use my personal ID to enter a club or a bar, I get refused entry. Why have I been banned nationwide?
Before I answer your question, I need to point out that despite what our name might suggest, National Pubwatch does not run local Pubwatch schemes or have anything to do with their banning decisions. Having said that, I suspect that this is not a Pubwatch ban. There are a few clues in your statement. For a start, local Pubwatch schemes are only focused on protecting their own members' venues. So if they do decide to exclude someone, the ban will usually only relate to venues which are members of that scheme. Sometimes the Pubwatch might have an agreement with an adjacent Pubwatch scheme, but at this time there is no such thing as a nationwide Pubwatch ban. Secondly, you mentioned that it's when you make use of a personal identity document that you are being refused entry. This suggests that you are only going to clubs or bars which use ID scanning technology. While some Pubwatch members may use this type of equipment, it's much more likely that it's the ID scanning software which is flagging you up as a potential problem. In other words, when you had a fight in the club all those months ago, the staff recorded the fact you were going to be excluded on the venue's ID scanning machine. This machine will be linked to many other similar ID scanners being operated across the United Kingdom. This doesn't mean that your personal details are being circulated. It's only when you scan your ID as a condition of entry that you are being identified. You will hopefully understand that clubs and bars will be very cautious about allowing you to enter their licensed premises when you have already been involved in a violent incident. I think that the only way that you might seek to change this situation is to contact the club, which originally flagged your details on its ID scanning machine, and ask them if they would be willing to amend the record on the system. Even if they are willing to do this, it does not mean that they will allow you entry to their own venue, because every licensee has a common law right to say who they will serve. As with any data protection issue, you have the right to seek advice or make a complaint to the Information Commissioner's Office. They can be contacted at website www.ico.org.uk.